Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Epic War 5. Today we're going to be talking about which is better between damage and tanks. Now, this is going to be kind of interesting, I think, because now, no, this is not in any way accurate, because if I want to do accuracy, I would just change the items of the characters or whatever. That would be probably the better way to find out, like, statistically, which is better. But we're having fun with this, ladies and gentlemen. So I have taken every single Titan unit and I have placed them against one another. Now, it's going to be a 5v5. Now, if you can kind of tell, they, well, a 5v5, there's 11 of them, which means one of them gets eliminated. I think you can guess which one I'm going to eliminate. It's going to be the tank, because the tank is simply just way too slow. It doesn't offer much to anyone, doesn't have any support, it doesn't qualify as anything because it has a lot of health, but it has resistance weak of everything, so it's technically not a tank because of that. It also has pretty decent fire. It doesn't have decent firepower, but it's just not. I still wouldn't consider it as a damager either. But it's way too slow. It would, and if I were to do any time sink missions, or because I guarantee, because this is going to be a little bit more difficult to really test, because the Titan units of course are very strong in most situations, especially when there's a pretty decent team of 5 of each. They're pretty fucking strong all together, and this is gonna be a little bit difficult to really test. So if I gotta go into greater testing, this thing is just not gonna help either team though. It's just way too slow. It would slow both teams down, and for these reasons, this thing will be disqualified from the list. Now, there's also one mission that is also disqualified. If you can't tell, this only means the E1, E2, all this. These are just the extra missions. These are going to be the missions that we do. And if they can do each one without having to move up to the next stage in tiers, then I'll place a box like this. And then we can just go from there. So that's what these boxes are here for. That's all they're there for. Just my little highlighters, basically. It just looks kind of cool, I thought. So yeah, these are just extras. These are the trials. One of the trials was eliminated though, which was the tank trial, as I figured, because of the fact that it doesn't really, it slows everything down so much, I just decided to get rid of it completely. And also, it just wouldn't really stop either team either, because the tank is super slow for one, and two, it doesn't do a lot of damage comparatively to the Colossus, or the four Lord of Hells, or even the Swordmaster, or even the Beastmaster. None of these are the tank is not gonna be better than any of those four, and so it's just, I know for a fact both teams will be able to kill that thing easily, because it's just super slow, doesn't do enough damage. So that's also another reason why it's been disqualified, because it's just, now of course all the extra missions, I guarantee they'll be able to do these pretty easily too, but this is just for fun, really. So we'll just go from here. All right. Now the first thing we gotta do is actually pick together the team. Now I already kind of done this, but I'll explain to you guys which Titans are gonna be on each team, and like I said, I'll explain why. So, the Lamia, which is the lovely snake lady. So, Lamia, it has 3700 health, 390 power, 2 pop, is weak to strike. Definitely not a tank. Definitely more towards the damage side, because she also does have. I mean, she does have a healing spell, but she also has a thunder spell, a tornado spell. She also has a passive freeze attack, it seems. If I remember correctly, when she hits something, at least at smaller units, she freezes them. She does do pretty decent damage against smaller units, and she does do more damage than something like the Golem. I definitely consider the Lamia more towards the damage side, if anything. I've definitely placed the Lamia more into the damage list. For the Golem, as I kind of explained earlier, the Golem also has 2 pop, and it's kind of nice because, these are the only Titans that have 2 pop, but they're also on opposing teams because the Golem is a tank. Because, I mean, look at his health. He's got pretty decent health. He's strong against Pierce. He is weak against, magic, but there's not that many units that actually do magical damage other than the 3 mages and the Beast Rider. I'm not sure if I can't remember that any Titans are uh, magic type, but I don't think so. Like magic damage type, but I don't think so. And he does have a meteor level 1, which isn't that great, but he also has a temporary, defense buff, and the walls, which aren't really that great. But I would definitely qualify him more as a tank, as when you put both of those golems together, well, they have well over 12,000 health, which is pretty freaking good. So yeah, I definitely qualify him more as a tank. Next up, we have Death. Let me just move the golem to the tank side. Death, if you couldn't already tell, he definitely qualifies more as a damager as well, because he's not that tanky. He has 440 power, has rapid fire, like super ridiculous combos with a scythe that knocks everyone up, does a lot of damage. He does a lot of slashy attacks. He also has some of the strongest weapon spells in the game, being Meteor level 2, the Tornado. He's very much qualified as a damager. He's definitely not a tank by any stretch. So I would definitely place Death in the damage tier. And then we have the White Tiger, which the White Tiger, as much as I would love for him to be a tank on the tank's team, because I love my White Tiger, but unfortunately, the White Tiger definitely qualifies more as a damager as well, because he does have 460 power, and he's also known for just slashing through an entire wave. Like the White Tiger is definitely more qualified as a damager, especially since he also has the range buff and an Ice Blast ability, making him definitely a damage unit. And then we have the Phoenix. The Phoenix is a little bit tankier than the White Tiger, but does less damage. Weak to magic, but however, despite all of this, kind of qualifies more as a support, because they also the Phoenix has level 4 healing, which level 4 healing is not entirely common. The only other one that has it is, I believe, the Angel, and that's the only one. So the Phoenix is definitely a rare case for being a supportive tank. He also has a level 3, volcanic spells, which would be helpful, but we won't have to use them until they get to tier 3. And I'll explain the tiers in a minute. So I'll put them up there later. And then let's talk about the Angel. So the Divine Angel also has 3 different damage spells, but despite this, she also has the level 5 healing. She completely blocks magic, normal to every type of damage. 9,000 health, pretty solid. 528 power. I would definitely say that the Divine Angel would qualify more as a tank than anything else. Kind of like a Phoenix's sort of deal. I think the Divine Angel definitely qualifies more as said. You know, the Divine Angel definitely qualifies more as like a supportive tank, but she also just has good resistance to everything. So I definitely qualify her more towards the tank side, because not many units in the game in general have resistance, normal, and or strong or block to everything. And the Divine Angel is normal to most attacks and blocks out magic. So she's really strong. Then we have tanks qualified. We have the Earth Dragon. Earth Dragon is probably one of the most defiant frontline units in the game. He is the definition of a tank. He's got 13,500 health. He's got normal resistance to everything besides magic. He's got a defense buff and a healing spell. He does have a thunder spell, but the healing spell he can sustain himself, and has a shield to provide to the team. Definitely is the definitely qualifies as a tank. as far as I'm aware, he's probably the strongest tank in the entire game, just because of the sheer amount of health he has, and just the abilities make him just really good too to have. Then we have the Black Dragon. We have the Black Dragon. This was really tough for me to actually place, just because he does have a lot of power and he also has a lot of health, but he also has like all these damage abilities and the rage buff. It was really tough for me to actually place him anywhere. If anything, though, I would definitely qualify him more as a tank because he has 12,000 health. It's way higher than the other two damagers, and the other two damagers also just do, well, of course, way more damage than the Black Dragon, especially with their range and clearing, essentially. Because the Inferno is going to be a damager, as that should be obvious. He literally does rapid fire tornadoes, does like 666 damage. This thing is ridiculous. I mean, this guy is nuts, right? He's got pretty decent health, but he's most famously known for just shredding an entire army without any really any competition. Like he's really good for just bursting out that damage so fast. I mean, he's really good for just shredding opponents. That's why he definitely goes in the damage tier. Now, Lord of Hell is also another trick one because of the fact that he kind of just has everything. He's got very high you know like he's got very high damage. He's got very high health, but the more I think about it, if you're not equipping the item that unlocks with him, if you're not using that item, he's really not that strong. I mean, he like using him as a frontline unit is pretty much not that. It's not that good. He could die very quickly, like comparatively to like something like the Earth Dragon, for instance. Like, because if you didn't have this item, if you didn't have like items like these where you can make them strong to everything, uh, you know, for the Earth Dragon's case, the only thing that he would have to have is have this, and he'd be very strong. Meanwhile, like no matter what I do for the Lord of Hell, he would just die super fast. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing I could do. Like I could add this, and that would kind of help. But like even then, he's still weak to every type, and without these powerful items, which are very rare as well, he just can't make any use of most of these items because he's just not able to, he's not able to really front line. He's not a frontline unit. The more I've come to realize this, like he's not really a frontline unit because he's weak to everything. He definitely qualifies more as a damager. He also has like one of the highest, like the furthest range attacks in the game, and that's ultimately why I believe that the Lord of Hell more qualifies, actually more qualifies as an artillery piece, if anything, which is kind of weird to say because he's a melee unit, but he also has like a super far, like a super long sword that goes across the map pretty much. At least a screen, and I definitely qualify him more as a backseater. Like he lets his own team kind of front line. He's in the back, just kind of doing some damage. I think he's more of that type of like Titan. He's more of a backseat Titan. The more I think about it, because if you're not using the legendary items like these, uh, he's definitely not going to be. He's definitely not frontlining for long. Because, like I said, no other items can help him. None of them for frontlining. So that's why I definitely consider him to be more on the squishy side. Just because he is weak to every single form of a damage. And that is ultimately our teams, guys. So, just to tell you what's going on. So, we have, we have the Divine Angel. We have the Golem, Phoenix, Earth Dragon, Black Dragon, all on Team 2 for tanks. Then we have Team 1, which is the Limia, Death, White Tiger, Inferno, and then the Lord of Hell. So, here we go. Now, we also have the 4 different tiers, ladies and gentlemen. Now, everybody wondering what the heck is the 4 different tiers? These are situations where If the missions are too hard for said team, they have to move up in their own difficulty. So I have the information here. So these are marks. If these teams can beat all the missions within a set tier, so Team 1 may only. Okay, that's another thing too. Team 1 may only. So for tier. I guess you could say. Yeah, tier 1 basically. Tier 1 means. They can beat it without using much of anything. They can only use the rage buff. So for Team 1, they can only use the rage buff, and for Team 2, they can only use the defense buff until, they have to go up another tier, and that would have to, make them do more shit, basically. But no matter what, the teams, like the tank team can't use the rage buff, and the damage team can't use, um, yeah, the tank team can't use the rage buff, and the damage team can't use the tank buff. They just won't be able to do that. But they can use their other abilities like sustainability, damaging abilities, anything else like that, just within the team's kit. But they can't use anything else. So, tier 1 is with no items. Tier 2 is with items. Tier 3 is all abilities within the team's kit can be used, and tier 4 is just a failure. That means they would not be able to do it no matter what without outside help. The only item that is going to be available, because, let's be honest, if I make them have, something like this, because I was trying to grind for these, and let's be honest, if I gave the damage as that, it would kind of also scrub the balance, because that gives them health as well, and, well, for this, I mean, you can kind of see the issue here, but these were the two items I was trying to go for, but I decided instead the damagers will only get this, and the tanks will get only this, the platinum shield, and they will get the platinum sword. Alright, now that we got everything finally out of the way, let's get right into it. Vote down in the comments, which team do you want to win, or which team do you think will win? Here's my case. I think the team... I'm kind of rooting more for... the tank team, because I love my tanks. But, just by looking at it, I feel like Team 1 definitely has an advantage. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Phoenix and the Golems, they're good and all. But when you compare it to Death, White Tiger, Inferno, and the Lord of Hell, I definitely feel like Team 1 has a way higher advantage because, in my opinion, I do think that Inferno and Lord of Hell are like the perfect combo. Like they're like the two titans that were meant for each other because they are just you get the Lord of Hell, which is like I said, the artillery piece, and the Inferno is not like super squishy, and he's a frontline unit just shredding those NATOs out. So I'm really curious how this is going to play out, ladies and gentlemen. But without any further ado, let's get right into the testing. All right, so we're going to see how the lovely damagers do in this mission. So as stated, that they can only use the rage buff. That's the only buff they can use as tier 1. So let's just see how this goes. They have no items equipped. This should be interesting. Yeah, look at what damage the Lord of Hell has already taken. Oh my goodness. Gosh dang, the Lord of Hell's get already killed actually. Huh. Yeah, as you can kind of tell though, like the Lord of Hell really does not do that great. Um, but they are pushing through now, somewhat. As you can see, the damage titans are definitely just getting pelted, man. Like that, this is just ridiculous. I'm actually I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually surprised on how fast Lord of Hell is dying. Considering this is the first mission, this is ooh, buddy, they're getting shredded. Like, oh my god. Now the Inferno's gonna clear up some shit here. That's gonna be good for them. I definitely still feel like the Inferno's kind of doing like majority of the work in this mission, to be honest. Yeah, the Inferno is definitely doing a lot for this team. As I expected. But the Black Witch just died. Now we can move on to the next mission. So now we gotta move on to, the Blood Traders, which I'll let them do their thing. So they're pushing through quite nicely. Once the Inferno comes up, they'll be able to push through and just end the mission pretty much. I assume as long as they get the Lord of Hell and Inferno together, that's gonna be really good for them. Yep, there they come. Yep, this is the best combo in the game right here. The Inferno and Lord of Hell is definitely like the best combo, no doubt. Unfortunately for the Inferno though, he just got killed. So that's not so good for the Lord of Hell. But he does have a decent front line right now. Just not gonna last too long, but better than nothing, I suppose. White Tiger's doing a good job at mopping those guys up. Inferno's coming in. Here we go. Yeah, that Inferno's really doing a lot, honestly. If I met the boss of the mission, Lord of Hell just died again. Oh my goodness. Lord, okay, so the Inferno's just holding him off back there, I suppose. So that's actually gonna help him out quite nicely. Oh my. Okay, so they managed to push up and actually kill my leader. So I never actually did say about that. So I guess in that sense, if they let the leader die, I would consider that a failure as well. If they allow the because if they get pushed back that hard, I definitely consider that to be a failure. If I'm gonna be honest, so I think that they definitely need a bit of help. So for accessories, I think they definitely lost. Like they definitely lost. So now they're gonna have to go up to tier 2, I think. So this is gonna have to change. So we're gonna need to change them. So tier 2, right? Tier 2 is with items. So now, since they are damagers, they all get to have the platinum sword. So that will increase their damage. So we will see how they do against said missions. Now this is only gonna be for this one mission. If they do need, if they do actually need everything again, yeah, that was one thing I did not talk about was what would happen if they did lose their leader, and that's what does happen. If the leader does falter, that is also qualified as a failure because that means they literally got pushed all the way back to spawn, and that is not good. So, yeah, that's definitely a failure. So let's see how they do with this, this team now. Now that they're powered up with, items and stuff. Hopefully a little bit better. It'd be embarrassing if they aren't able to do tier 3, because that means they can use any ability. And if they can't beat it then I mean, that's just, God. Off to a very bad start for the damage dealer, that's for damn sure. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so this mission is going to have to require them to use every ability possible. Now we're up to tier 3 now with this. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, I did not foresee this. I did not foresee this. Goodness gracious. Alright, this time I'm also gonna let them build up together, I suppose. Just because, you know, I guess they need a lot of help. I'm just gonna stun them. I'm just gonna, because we can use everything now. I am I don't know about you guys, but I am actually generally shocked by this. The fact that they are actually getting killed this bad is actually kind of nuts. I kind of figured that like all of the medium missions would be like pretty easy for them, but like like I said, the Lord of Hell, without that item, I never realized how weak he actually is. Holy shit! Like, and there's not like a reliable front line since they're all damagers pretty much. I mean, like I said, Inferno is definitely the closest to front line here, and he's still nowhere near as strong as like a Black Dragon or Earth Dragon. So this is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are enjoying this shit. I'm really interested in this. This is, wow. I'm actually really surprised. Now we can use all of our abilities, so boop. There we go. Clear that shit out. Let's knock him up. This is actually nuts. Inferno, if you can't come back here, buddy. Oh my goodness. White Tiger, we need you as well. Oh my goodness. Can they do it? Can they do it? They got him. Alright, that is a very, very rough start. So, okay. So for Team 1, we have L1 for that, and for Mission 2, we have, I don't know why it says 1. I made that at 3 yesterday. I know that for a fact. Okay. Whoops. Don't take the whole fucking plate. Yeah, so... yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Literally L3. That is not the greatest start. That's for sure. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Earth Dragon now. Let's see how they do here. Oh, wait, I do need to do one thing though. So we're back to basics, gotta get rid of their items. And we're just gonna not use our abilities as much. So we're just back to using the rage ability. So very not good start for the damage dealers. This fact that they had to do tier 3 in the second mission, that is very bad. Let me tell you. God, I want to use my abilities so bad, but oh, okay. Alright, there's the Earth Dragon. Now we're already fighting him, so let's see what happens. At least at first, clear out the back. That's always good for him to do. I think they should be able to kill this guy without having to use the other tiers, though. I definitely think that. At the very least. Oh my goodness. So they lost... we've already lost quite a bit of people. I'm just gonna let Inferno do his thing, because honestly, killing those backliners is actually really useful for this team, because they are all just so squishy. Like, I am honestly surprised how fast the Lord of Hell actually dies. That is actually nuts. I mean, he just gets in a fight. He's just done. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, they got it. There ain't no way they can kill him in time. is tier 1. Good to go. Much better. Much better. Now we gotta fight the gigantic Redbeard. They definitely will be able to kill him. Yeah, between the Lord of Hell and Inferno, they do so much damage to that Redbeard, that's for sure. That is for sure. Here we go. Inferno's going in. Get him. Yes! They did it. Alright, so tier 1. Good to go. Yeah. Alright, now we're on to Extra 5. Extra 5. Which is the Black Dragon. So we finally let the Black Dragon literally just killed, like, well, Black Master Glory was instant. Which is never really a good thing. But you know, it is what it is. Inferno's holding up the back line, which is always a good thing for him to do. Especially for a team like this where we're dies instantly. He just died, but he pushed him back pretty good, so they don't have to worry about any of the He's getting them. He's getting them. Yep, they got him. So another tier 1. Nice. So far, it's only been that one mission that they just really struggled against. The White Tiger is definitely good for that shit, though, for keeping the enemy away, or the bombers. I mean, like he's really good for like setting them off or just running away from them. Inferno might be actually best for you to come back, because these guys don't mess around against super squishy targets. I had the Inferno fight with us this time because the people he's stalling off this time are not really worth stalling. So it is what it is. Death is really good for this shit though when he does that one attack. Yeah, see how far he just slung that guy out? That's what Death's really good for when he's able to do that. We're about to lose this shit. We're close to our leader, but we also do have the Inferno and the Lord of Hell coming up right now. So hopefully they can finish them off, but I don't know. I'm really not aware of what's gonna happen here. Ooh, buddy. Let me tell you, it's gonna be close. I'll just say that right now. It's gonna be really damn close. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I think they got it. They got it. Yeah, they smashed them. That's the one they need to kill. It's the red one. Yep. There they go. So far, I mean, really, this team is really good. I mean, they really are. So I say we gotta fight the Angels now. So this one might prove a little bit more difficult, just because the Angel does hit pretty damn hard. But we will just have to see on this. Now, honestly, like this team really isn't bad. Like it definitely holds up. It's just the main issue is when, you know, like it's really when there's a lot of Rangers and they're behind like a wall or something. That's where they really struggle with. It's because they're just not that strong. Inferno is definitely like the most viable like member on this team though. Because anytime there's like something tough like that, he's able to do the most in that situation. Like Inferno, like I said, Inferno and Lord of Hell, I do believe like the best combo in the game for like the Titans, but it's so rare when they're actually both up at the same time. This would be one hell of a fight to really be able to do shit. Oh boy. Come on, at least kill Death. You gotta at least kill Death over Hell. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Fuck! Oh my god. They might lose this. I'm not gonna lie. If the Inferno can't go past the Angel, fuck, yeah, it's over. Oh wait, actually, I think the White Tiger got him. Oh shit. White Tiger can hold him off then. That'd be even better, actually, if the White Tiger can hold him off instead. trying to get my leader out of it, but it's just so hard. She keeps teleporting over here. Oh boy, I'm at my last stand. I'm just gonna keep healing my leader now, rather than actually be able to win. Oh god. Come on, fellas. You can do it. Take her out. Please. I'm just gonna fight with him. Because I can't. I'm getting killed. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Holy crap. We had to really clutch that, but yeah, we got him. I got him at... Whew, buddy. That was a very uncomfortable spot. Let me tell you. Oh god. Slay the Inferno. This one, I'm not so sure about. They're gonna definitely struggle with this one, I think. Now, I do know for a fact that they will have a lot bigger time, like a lot tougher time with the trials, considering how bad they're doing. I mean, kind of bad. They're not doing terrible, but they're far from doing great. That's for sure. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Oh. Ow. They weren't able to fucking... They weren't able to protect me that time. So... I tried to make them fucking defend me, but... That just did not happen. So... Now we're going to go to the next trial. Got to go to the next another tier. So tier 2 is now online. Now, honestly, they might honestly need tier 3 for this, just because, you know, the buildings are the only thing that really stop the Inferno from actually reaching my leader. So fighting the Inferno again. It's kind of resulting in the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. It's just they really can't slow him down. That's the kind of issue. Because he is just bolting towards my leader. I have no choice but to fight now with my leader. I can't save him. Alright, now they are at tier 3. They can use everything now, so now buildings are now being... That's really the only reason, like, it's not the Inferno's, like, super strong, it's just, God, you can't really keep him in place. He just goes right for the leader every time, so that's how it is. We're at the boss again, just, you know, holding him off and shit. I'm gonna set my towers up and everything. What went past anyway? Shit. Okay. So I could have used the walls on my leader, but it's not really. I was trying not to because it's not part of their kit. I'm not trying to use my leader because he's not part of this. He's only an objective that they got to defend. This is their strength. So I was trying to use the towers, but it says no one else has any buildings apart from Inferno, which again is funny because it's the only person that can actually like help out the team. Go figure. These damagers are very primitive when it comes to support. So unfortunately, this mission is gonna have to be rated as need outside help. Just how it is. I mean, this is how it is. All right. So we're gonna reset, and we're gonna try and do the trials now. So yeah, this is really not good for our damagers. The fact that they actually did reach that point of, well, you know, they reached that point of not being able to complete a mission, because that's gonna be a huge point against them if the tanks can do it. I imagine the Colossus is gonna be like one of the characters that, like, basically, I wouldn't be surprised if both sides fail against it. I am not even gonna lie. I honestly do think both sides will fail against killing the Colossus. I think both of them will get. I honestly think both of them will get tier 4, because it is a very challenging boss, even with like the team you need for it. Like, because you need like mages and shit. It's really hard, actually. Let's see how long you last with the Lord of Hell. Oh my god. Lord of Hell literally died in like 1 hit. That's what happens when you're weak. Like, even the White Tiger survived. Look at that shit. That's what happens when you're weak, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you have weak resistance. No matter how much health you have, like, I can guarantee if you had 100,000 health versus someone that only had like, 5k and they had strong resistance, that person with strong resistance is gonna last way longer than that person with 100,000 health, because this is how it is. Resistance is king. It really is. This definitely proves that point. Oh, look at that. 7,000 damage. He's just done. The White Tiger. I mean, god. Yeah, so honestly, yeah. We're just going to. I'm just gonna say this right now. We're just gonna skip the tier 4. I guarantee, or tier 3. We're gonna skip to tier 3. And even then, I'm almost 100% sure they will not be able to do it. I can almost guarantee this. I guess if we need more precise results, we will need to just look at the health bar of what we get it at, and then let's go by that. Whoever did more damage will just be the victor of the level if we need more precise results anyway. Which I don't think we will, honestly. But I feel like everyone's gonna start with the same shit. There is some missions though I do believe that the other team's gonna be better at. I definitely think. I'm dead. Alright. So T1, Trial 1, requires outside help. They will not be able to do it. I already put it there. They will not be able to do it. Okay, so let's just skip to Trial 3. Which is not that. This is Trial 3. So this is Trial 3. Let's see what happens, shall we? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so they just now got into the, well, the Lord of Hell area, basically. And, well, as you can already tell, they are getting pushed back almost immediately. They did manage to take out their, like, little castle thing. But the problem is they have to fight 2 of these Lord of Hell guys, which they are the small ones, so they might be able to. They got both of them. So now it's up to them to kill the 2 big ones. But the problem is, I'm not actually taking like complete control of them. They're kind of just letting them do their own thing while having the rage buff active. And, well, with that being said, the Inferno is going to probably slap both of them, which, for context, even with the best item in the game on the Lord of Hell, which he has like strong resistance to everything and 1400 power and like 20-something thousand health. The problem is well, he already did. Actually, he actually died. Thankfully, he actually died before then. But yeah, but anyway, that Lord of Hell that I was talking about is how I had my Lord of Hell. And well, the problem with it is that it doesn't kill him. It doesn't kill this guy. He is far stronger than your typical. Well, he's really stronger than these guys. So we'll see how that unfolds. I mean, hell, they're struggling pretty badly against this guy right now. Granted, he is at half health, but we are also very, very close to our leader. So, we'll see. I think we'll be able to get him, though, because the Lord of Hell of ours does deal a lot of damage. Yeah, we got him. They both kind of just traded and died. Yeah, but this next Lord of Hell, I don't know. Because he's far... Because I found out, like, my Lord of Hell was able to 1v3 those guys. Because I made a video about it, actually. I was able to 1v3 those other Lord of Hells. But this guy soloed mine. So, yeah, we'll see how it happens. This is bad. This is really not good. Most of them won't even be able to get close to them. Yeah, the Inferno literally just died instantly. Oh my god. Yeah, this is, oh my gosh. This is a fucking obliteration. Oh my goodness. Look at them all just die. This is nuts, dude. They are getting ripped apart. They have barely scraped his health bar. Yeah. This is really bad. This is what you guys know. You know, I'm just gonna skip to tier 3 and just say fuck it. Because I doubt I can't stop this thing. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. They did not stand a single hope in hell against that thing. Yeah. And I just now realized they also had, I thought, I was trying to think if I did take it off. I didn't think so, which is why I did say I'll just skip to tier 3. Yeah, they even had items on, so to say that they would win against that is far-fetched, really, even at tier 3. So that mission will be considered a loss. They would need outside help. Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious who would win there. So tier 3 has now been labeled as a loss. So now we gotta go to tier 4. So yeah, we're fighting with everything we have, and it's really not doing anything, to be honest. I mean, we are able to hurt them pretty good, but it's just... It is just not really going well. I'm just kind of throwing everything I have at it right now, because they are not doing great. Like, we're already almost there. So the Inferno and Lord of Hell, the last, really the last things of hope that we had are dead. We are down to just Lamia and my leader, and she just died. Yeah, I'd say this is a complete fail. They were just not able to fight him. Like I think even if I had them all like fight them all at once, it still wouldn't do anything. I'm pretty sure he would still just kill all of them. In fact, it'd probably be even faster because then he would just be able to sprint through everything and just you know yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do the same thing for this. I'm just gonna start out with everything basically for her because I can almost guarantee that she will also kill them immediately. She like killed Inferno and Lord of Hell and had like with at the same time with one hit. That was fucking awesome. Not for us though, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I can kind of say that they did terrible. Considering I threw literally everything we had, and we just got literally fucked. Yeah, there was no way of us winning that one. All right, let's look at the board, ladies and gentlemen. So failed completely, and also failed. They failed literally every single trial mission. Failed the failed the extra 8. Failed extra or they didn't fail extra 2. They got the 3. Uh, yeah. I'd say that the damage team really suffered. They really suffered through this one. So okay, so the tank team, the only thing that they have to do is like basically make it through all the extras, and if they could just beat one trial and the extra 8, if they do extra 8 and they do like one or two trials, that would be it. That would be the guarantee winner. That because the damage team literally lost in every aspect. They literally lost everything at. Now I will say, I do think. Well, hell, actually, the tank team may not lose because as I thought the Golem does have a wall, so they might actually succeed at 8, extra 8. Because I wasn't trying to use my leader's power. That's not part of their kit. The leader is just an objective for them. So yeah, I think the damage team is definitely. I don't know. I think the damage team is definitely gonna lose here. We'll see though. If I were to give a rating, right, between like so like okay, a win ratio, right? So with this team of damagers, I think the win ratio is about 50-50 that they'll win. Right? Is that about right with this list? Is that it's telling us like we we got we got 6 missions perfect, and then we got 5 missions completely fucked, and then one mission that almost was a fail. So can we just assume that the damage team has a 50% win ratio? Because the tank team, let's be honest, they're probably gonna do a lot better, right? I mean, I would assume, but maybe not. Maybe the first mission will do worse for the tanks because the tanks aren't exactly they're not exactly gonna be able to clear as fast. They don't have someone like Inferno. The next thing they have is like the Angel. The Earth Dragon is really not that good at clearing. The Golem is not good at clearing. The Phoenix is not really good at clearing. Really, the only heavy hitters they have is the Angel and the Dragon. Whereas they had on the Damager side, they had the White Tiger, Death, Inferno, and the Lord of Hell, which all hit really fucking hard. So maybe some of these missions will be a little bit different for the tanks. I'm really excited to see this. Um, so yeah, I think this is gonna be part one because honestly, it's taking a long time to actually get all the results. So I think the way we're gonna have to do this is we're gonna have to do part one with the damagers, part two with the tanks, and then a final part, which will be the next day, of the conclusion sort of deal. And we'll just kind of compare notes and everything. All right, guys. So that's it. That's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.